Hey guys, so we are back with episode 2 of Batchackman, the Peacemaker Wars. And this one it starts off pretty good. It gives us something that I really love and I really enjoy. And that's when a show or a movie gives you space to just take in what you're seeing visually. There's not much dialogue here. So we start with the opening scene of Aaliyah Watley's character Amina, and it's 5 years into her past. There's a training sequence going on here, so we get to learn a bit more about this character. And just like in Blackland, where she plays the strong silent type, there's that here as well. And I feel like she's effective in that type of role. I haven't seen her do a lot of dialogue heavy stuff, but she does get her emotions across in these brief scenes where we get to see her kind of showing us a bit more of who she is without actually saying anything. And I really do feel like creator Keon Byron does a good job of telling a story visually. You know, we don't need much here to understand what is going on. And this is another aspect of the show that I do enjoy is I think the visuals, I think the directing is pretty solid, especially when it comes to moments like these and fight sequences, which I'll get into a little later on. But as we progress, and I won't be too spoilerish, but I will be touching on certain things just to, explain what it is I liked about it. And of course, so we go forward a bit and we get that titular scene of his character getting ready to go out and, be the superhero that he is. So we get to see him prepping his herbs. I think that's what he's doing. I'm not 100% sure. But I thought it was both funny and fun. I wasn't just laughing at it, but with it. Because if you are a gamer, if you play video games, we ourselves, like games like Resident Evil and The Witcher even, Witcher 3, you have these moments where you have to combine these herbs together, these plants, and they tend to have different effects on you. You have healing, power, that sort of thing. So I felt like that's what he was going for here. And of course, we Chinese and Caribbean folk will recognize these spices pretty quickly. But yeah, he's just see him prepping everything, and he goes out and he, I guess he's patrolling, doing his superhero thing. We do get a moment with him speaking to his girlfriend about I don't know if you've seen episode 1, which you should. You'll know that she has been looking into what are the benefits of the serum, or what it can and cannot do, sort of thing. So they learn something, but he asked her to, take a beat on that and stuff like that, because we do get a scene, a mystical scene, so to speak, of Batchackman learning that there are bad people, bad elements out there that are utilizing these things. And those I can't remember the character's name, but she's very angry with him because he's not being the protector he's supposed to be. And like I said, these are the moments that I really do enjoy. Yes, there's dialogue here, but they definitely are expanding more on this world. And this works for people like me who've never seen the movie, because I am jumping into this pretty much with no previous knowledge of who this character is and what this world is about. And I've only seen one episode so far. So I did appreciate the fact that there was more being told here, and I was very quickly picking up, oh, okay, this is what's happening. There are warring factions, these the serum or whatever, the spices, whatever you want to call them, it's going to be utilized for something bad, and he has to stop it. It's very much a comic book driven type character, and as somebody who loves comics, I can't jump into these sort of things. It's like if you are let's say you're a fan of the movies and you've never read a Superman comic. You won't just you probably feel like, well, if I jump into this, I wouldn't understand anything that's happening. And it's not so, because there are always new stories being told, and that's what Peacemaker Wars is. It's a new chapter in this character's world. So you can jump in and pretty much figure out what's happening as we go along. We do get a fight sequence here. It's not very quick. It's very quick, but I thought it was well choreographed, and I feel like this is one of the strengths of Keon Byron's characters and of his world is the fight choreography. You know, I saw it again in After the Apocalypse. Fight choreography, it's well done. These guys know what they're doing. So it's quick. You know, I wish they would run a little bit longer. I wish we get a bit more action out of it, but I understand these things are budget constraints and time and that sort of thing. You know, so we do get a little cool move, I felt like by Batchackman, and then it's over. And it takes us into our finale scene, I should say, where he meets up with the OH, played by Russell Allen. I hope I have that name correct. I really like this character. This character reminds me of a character, I'm trying to remember his name, in is it Blockbuster, something like that, in Nightwing comic books. You know, he has that look about him. I really love it. And I think the actor, you can tell he really likes this character. He likes being this character. He portrays the way he carries himself, the way he speaks, you know. I guess he's going for a whole Russian thing, and yeah, the accent is not legitimate. But you know what? I embrace it. I enjoy it. I really like this character. So we get some more things revealed here, and then we have a very shocking scene that comes up after that. I did not expect it. I'm not even sure how I feel about it because I really like this character, but I guess going forward we'll have to see what comes up, you know, and what is planned. Who knows, you know? This is a world where magic sort of exists, so, you know, anything can happen. So overall, guys, I dig this episode. I enjoyed it for what it is. It definitely gives us a bit more to chew on in terms of what's happening here. I thought the fight choreography, like I said, it's one of the aspects I enjoy the most, but I wish the scene was a bit longer. And we do get more information as to what's happening here visually. I still think this looks really good. On the negative sides, the audio is not the greatest, and because I can't see Batchackman's face, and the audio is not really coming through clearly, sometimes it's difficult to hear or understand what he's saying. I did have to rewind a couple times for a couple scenes to pick up on what was being said. So I just hope, you know, they could get to the point where the audio lines up a little better, or is a little clearer, I should say, you know, to match that visuals. You know, the visuals are dynamic. I want the audio to match up with that, just to make sure I can understand and follow what's happening. And Batchackman's costume. Listen, I like the luchador mask. I do. But I just feel like the costume itself is not as dynamic as I would want it to be. You know, I find myself comparing it. I guess it's because I watch, you know, Magnolia and all these shows, and these costumes really do pop there. Here, I feel like the all black, you know, it's just too common. It doesn't really pop out. He doesn't jump out to you. Like, I actually never really noticed he has a sort of sash thing around his waist because everything is black, you know. So I do like the idea behind the mask. I just wish that this being based on an ant-like creature, I would like to see the costume look a bit more imposing, you know. So I know budgets, all of that, but you know, costume comic book characters and comic book superheroes, movie superheroes, they always have a little upgrade here and there. So who's to say that we might not see an upgraded costume in the future? I definitely would like to. I feel like that is the best way to make this character really jump out at you and really, you know, be dynamic on that screen. But overall, the episode was a solid one, and I'm looking forward to the third. I want to see where this is going. So I would say this one for me was like a 5.5 out of 10. And I hope to see, I don't know how many episodes for the entire season, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where the story goes and how the Peacekeeper Wars unfold. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It's always appreciated. If you're new and you'd like to subscribe to my channel, you can feel free to click on my face when it pops up right along there. And you can check out past episodes for local and foreign content right along this way. So until the next one, guys. Bye-bye.